स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। अथाश्वलायनो परमेष्टिनं पसमेत्योवाच अधीहि भगवन् ब्रह्मविद्यां वरिष्ठाम् सदा सद्भिः सेव्यमानां विगूढाम् यया चिरात् सर्वपापं व्यपोह्य परात् परं पुरुषं याति विद्वान् तस्मै सहोवाच पितामहश्च श्रद्धा भक्ति ध्यान योगादवैः न कर्मणा न प्रजया धनेन त्यागेनैके अमृतत्वमानशुः परेण नाकं विहितं गुहायाम् विभ्राजते यत् यतयो विशन्ति अमृतत्व is not gained by karma, praja or dhana. In essence, dharma, artha, kama, they are different purusharthas from moksha. The means for dharma, means for artha, means for kama, they cannot give moksha as the result. The means for dharma is karma. Karma means dharma. Dharma means karma here. So karma, the means for dharma prapti, that cannot give moksha. Karma can give punya papa, drishtapala and adrishtapala. In the adrishtapala it can be punya or papa. But punya papa being finite, moksha being infinite, it is siddha. We have seen what types of result karma can we have seen. Utpadyam, apyam, samskaryam, vikaryam we have seen. So karma, the means for dharma, cannot be sadhana, the means for moksha. And secondly, prajaya. Na praja, the means for fulfilling kama, a token, upalakshana for all pursuits of pleasure, happiness, enjoyment. Praja is a upalakshana for the symbolic of all the other means for kama. Praja, the means for kama, cannot fulfill the moksha seeking. Na dhane, na dhana, wealth, artha, money, wealth, prosperity, etc., security. These are the means for artha. Dhana is the means for artha. Purushartha, that also cannot give moksha. Then how else? Tyagena, only by renunciation. Preceded by renunciation, tyaga, the pursuit of shraddha, bhakti, dhyana, as said aforesaid earlier, right? By shravana, manana, nididhyasana. And these are preceded by the bahiranga sadhana, karma yoga, upasana, etc. Whatever is there. Then taking to those bahiranga and antaranga sadhana, tyagena, a few among the many, among the millions and millions. That is the very few. That shows the rarity of this pursuit, this desire, and understanding Atma Swarupa is rare. Always in such places, the rarity is highlighted. We see in the Bhagavad Gita, we have seen Ascharyavat Pashyati Kaschidenam, etc. The verse goes. So, that is it. Rare indeed. Rare indeed is understanding the knowledge of Atma. Rare indeed is the Guru. Rare indeed is the seeker. And rare indeed is the Vastu Atma also to understand. So rare. Rare means a value, a high value to be understood. As we see in the Viveka Chudamani, Durlabham, it says Durlabham Trayam Etat. These three are Durlabha, very rare indeed, it says. What is that? Manushyatva. To be born as a human being is rare, very difficult to get this birth. And then Katanchit Labdva, Katanchit Narajanma Durlabham, it continues. Viveka Chudamani continues. Somehow, due to some punya vishesha, I have got this human birth. Then, to be born as a human being is not the end of all. That is only a manifestation of a certain punya. But then, as an intelligent person, I have to capitalize that. Capitalize the given opportunity. So, Manushyatvam and then Mumukshutvam. The second one, Mumukshutva is rare. To be born as a human being, and that too, being a Mumukshu, discovering the Mumukshu in me, the Jignasu in me is very rare, Durlabham. We see lots of people, millions of people just don't even think, don't even have a clue that there is something called to be known, Atma, Brahman, to be known. And which is what we are seeking, right? In one of the Kaivalyopanishad, it gives one example. Like even a fellow is poor, thinks that I am very poor. Akinchana, I am very poor indeed, I am a pauper. The fellow thinks I am a pauper. In fact, he is a pauper, and then he suffers that he is a pauper. And then he is in search of some means to alleviate to his poverty. But then the story goes, anecdote goes there. Actually, his predecessors were very rich, were kings, were very, very rich. And they had lived somewhere in the vicinity they had lived, and they had buried a very huge treasure, highly valuable treasure, like gold coins and then all jewels and all that, gems and all that. They have buried right under this fellow's house, hut. This fellow is living in a dilapidated hut, now old hut. And right in that house, below the hut, they have buried this treasure. And this fellow is walking day and night, day after day over that treasure. Hiranya Nidhi, the wealth of the treasure of gold, Hiranya Nidhi is there. Fellow does not simply know that I am walking over the Hiranya Nidhi, right? The huge treasure, getting which I will be free from this sense of poverty. Being a pauper forever, I will be free. All the fellow has to do is to, first of all, to know that yes, I have a treasure, and then dig a few feet down and then claim the treasure. That's all. Olden day example, not applicable today. Today, even if you find a treasure, half of it goes to the government here, and half of it goes to others, not to you. Okay. You have the satisfaction of discovering the treasure. That's all. The satisfaction. In olden days, it all belongs to the claimant. Finder. What do you say there? Finders keep. Loser? Finders or finders keepers. Those who find it, just keep for them. The little effort is what is needed for little knowledge, little effort is what is needed for the fellow to be free from poverty. Alas, this fellow is suffering. This is the anecdote given in Chandogya Upanishad. Hiranyanidhi Drishtanta. So to a person, people look for happiness everywhere. Right? Like the musk deer example, the musk deer keeps on looking, where is the fragrance, this sugandha, this fragrance, where from it comes, every tree, every shrub, every rock, this musk deer goes on smelling, and then whether it comes from this rock, from this shrub, this plant, no. So too, people are wanderers, wandering, looking for this, but then they do not discover. To discover, it needs some punya vishesha. To the inkling that it is for the musk deer to discover that the musk smell, fragrance comes from me. I am the fragrant one. The musk deer has to have an inkling. So too, a lot of people don't have it, don't even doubt, don't even suspect that the source of happiness is within. Don't even suspect that. For it, eke mukshutva is very, very rare indeed. And then, having mukshutva is not complete, then a guide, a guru, a preceptor, a teacher is necessary. For Mahapurusha Samshaya, the third rarity in human life. Right? It says here, the Ashvalayana has approached Parameshti. Therefore, very lucky. Ashvalayana is a very punyashali here. So here, eke tyagena, eke, a very few, handful of people. Amritatvam, the freedom. Anashuhu, have attained, have understood, owned, and lived in freedom. They live in freedom. Okay. Here I mentioned about the Tyaga. Sannyasa I just mentioned. Tyaga is renunciation, and as a commitment, as a lifestyle, it's called sannyasa. Sannyasa is twofold. One is vividisha. I mentioned in the previous session, we mentioned vividisha, the desire to, the keenness to understand, keenness to know. A person who is keen to know can take to this lifestyle of renunciate, a sannyasa life. That person is called vividishuhu or vividisha sannyasi. Okay? The person wants keen to know. So in order to know all the other needs, all the pressures within, all the, to satisfy oneself, to prove oneself to oneself, I have to prove to myself, or I have to prove myself to others, and then all these are all given up. All pressures, all the pressures within likes and dislikes they're all given up, deliberately given up. The top priority for me is to know, to study, to know, to understand, to own. This is my top priority. And whatever that is necessary for me, that is contributive, I will take to. As a mean, as an upaya, I will take to. This is the vividisha sannyasa. And then there is another person who, out of jnanam, out of wisdom, takes to the sannyasa. That person is called vidvat sannyasi. Vidvat sannyasa it's called. The person is vidvat sannyasi. Sannyasa out of wisdom. Out of wisdom. The earlier one, first one is for wisdom. The second one is out of wisdom, out of fulfillment. Okay. Both are there. Okay. So this tyaga, the word refers to both here. Tyagena, by renunciation. Okay. Does it mean that those who are not sannyasis do not pursue this or should not pursue this? Yes, they are. See, all are seekers. All want happiness. All want freedom from sadness. That means, as much as that, the mukshutvam is there in everyone, and jignasutvam is there also. If not in everyone, but one can discover. But then in the light of Shastra, they are also eligible for Shravana, etc. They can pursue. It's valid. It's applicable for them also. but the others have other responsibilities, other roles to play, right? They take priority, at times at least, they take priority. Suppose there is an officer who is interested in Shravana, say. But then the call of duty comes, the officer has to attend to that. So priorities has to make some compromises there. And in addition to that, all people are not of the same level of maturity. Lot of people may have certain desires to fulfill also. Lot of desires to fulfill. Certain ambitions are there. Agenda is there. Right? Have an agenda for oneself there. So let them fulfill that properly. Let them take to fulfilling that by means of dharma, their own dharma. Within their dharma, let them try to fulfill. When the pressures, inside pressures are gone or almost gone, then the person may take to a sannyasa if necessary, and if possible, the person may take to. So here, we can say this, it's the primary responsibility or the top priority of a sannyasi to do Shravanadi. To be meditative is the top priority of a sannyasi. And it is not necessarily the top priority of the other persons. Other people, it is not the top priority. A grihastha is not expected to sit in meditation, right, regularly, etc. is not expected. It's not the top priority. Vedanta Shravana is not the top priority for the individual, because there are other roles, other responsibilities to fulfill. And a commitment, such a whole time commitment, that person cannot give. A grihastha cannot give a whole time commitment for Shravana, etc. Whereas for sannyasi, the person can do that, should do that in fact, and may do anything that subserves that Shravanadi. Okay. And then, what is this Amritattvam, that which is gained by Tyaga and Shraddha, Bhakti, Dhyana, Yoga? What is it that is explained in the following lines? Parena Nakam, etc. Parena Nakam can be explained in two ways. Parena can be taken as Param simply. Param Nakam. That is one meaning, one way. Param, the word Parena can take to mean Param Nakam. That is one meaning. Then the other is Parena Nakam, superior to Naka. What is Naka? Naka is heavens, Swarga. Kam means Sukham. That we say in a Kavarga letters, no? Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, we have the first letter, Ka, unaspirate. That Kam means Sukham. Kam iti Sukham. Happiness. Then opposite of Kam is Akam. Opposite of Dharma is Adharma. So opposite of Kam is Akam. Dukkham. Right? Kam is Sukham. Akam is Dukkham. Then Na Akam means Na Dukkham. That means what? Only Sukham. Right? Only Sukham is there. That is the Nakam, where only happiness is there. In heaven, there is only happiness, or overwhelming abundance of Sukha is there. In heavens, one is happy. You can't find pulled face, wrinkles, all that, worry. No power cuts. Wow, there is generator like Dayananda Ashram then. Oh, good. Listen. No need for power. Therefore, no power cut. Because you are self-effulgent, so you light. You are brilliant. Then wherever you go, there is light. Okay. So no problems, no suffering, no jara, no aging problem. Katak, mutak, no. The joints are making noise, no. And then they are refusing to cooperate. No? I still think that I am a young boy, and then try to run. No? Then my stomach comes in the way. I am there, a solid presence is there. No, you can't run. So it's better, it's good that you are able to walk. Okay, appreciate that. Be satisfied with that. That you are able to walk is a great thing. Aging problem is there. Hair fall, hair color, lot of problem. Aging, health. The Yama tells in the Kathopanishad, he tells where there is no aging, where there is no sickness, right? Medical bills, medical insurance, no problem. You don't fall ill, therefore, no problem. It's all no dukkham, no vyadhi there, no suffering there, no confusion there. So that is naka. Now, how does one get naka? How does one go to heaven? By punya visesha, right? By doing a lot of punya, the person goes to heaven. But is the heaven permanent? No, the heaven is not permanent. Heaven is long-lasting, all right, depending upon the quantum of punya one has done, right? The more punya I do, the longer I can live in heaven. But then it is not infinite. Okay? It's not like, no, I pay $1, 1 rupee, and then eternally I am getting fed. Right? In a restaurant, I just give 1 rupee and then they keep on feeding me. Finite karma, finite result. Finite punya, finite swargavasa. The very shastra which presents swarga points out the existence of swarga, and that one gets swarga by punya. That very shastra says that swarga is finite. One does not live there eternally. That means what? It comes to an end. Kshine punye martya lokam vishanti. Bhagavad Gita later it says. At the expense of punya, when the punya gets expended, then one comes back. It's like visa. Your visa expires, then you have to go back. Right? On expiry of the visa, go back. Swarga visa is over, one comes back. So that is the not eternal, but there is something which is superior to that. Parena nakam, incomparably superior to swarga. What is it that? Nitya sukham. What is nitya is infinitely superior to the anitya sukha it is. And also swarga sukha is conditional. Conditional in the sense, under those conditions you have happiness. Minus those conditions, no happiness. Swamiji gives this very hilarious story. This fellow goes to heaven, okay, and then he has done some lot of pravachana, katha. He has been talking about a lot of Purana, mythology, exponent. He has been a great exponent of mythology. The punya Bhagavad Kathas he has been doing, Bhagavata has been doing lifelong, and then he goes to heaven because he has helped a lot of people learn punya, take to Bhagavan's name, therefore a lot of punya it is, goes to heaven. Now, in heaven, this fellow, very happy, given a nice bungalow, nice suit, and then big garden, and then milk flowing, honey flowing, whatever you can imagine, okay? And then one fellow says, there is chiku tree is in heaven. Oh, good, great. Chiku is, what is that? Huh? Sapodilla. There are a lot of, we have sapota trees in heaven. Wow, great. And then mango trees. Wow. And then breeze is there, and then all birds, nice songbirds are there, and then it's always spring there. Never it is hot summer, never it is cold winter, it's always spring. No power cut. Wow, great. Enjoyed heaven for a while. And then he got out. Let me see what is in my garden. This is my quarters they given me the bungalow in heaven. This fellow got out and walked around. And then saw nearby much bigger bungalow, double the size, bigger bungalow, bigger garden, bigger lawn, and a mini golf course had to put and all that. And then attendants are there, liveried attendants, all that. These were not there in this bungalow. Then he was curious, who is that great Mahatma, great soul who has done? I have gotten this much big bungalow for my punya. That fellow has gotten much bigger reward. Must be a great Mahatma, great soul, must be much greater than man. I did my Bhagavad Katha for 10 years. This fellow must have done 50 years. Right from the age of 5, this fellow must have done Bhagavad Katha. Then that neighbor walked out. Okay? Looking at that neighbor, this fellow got depressed. Okay? Because that fellow was an auto rickshaw driver. He knew this Bhagavad Gita knew. He was an auto rickshaw driver. Auto rickshaw driver means what? In India, what does it mean? It was a terror on the roads. Makes others run. Right? Others run on the street because he is a free. He has a free run, and then everybody has to bach ke rehna hai. Has to safeguard themselves from this fellow. And he knew that this fellow was an atheist also. Right? An atheist auto rickshaw driver is for a story only, okay? Not a judgment of auto rickshaw drivers, just for a story's sake. No, how can an atheist and then that too make people suffer? And he even knocked down some people also, broke a few bones. How can this fellow got really depressed? And then he also thought that God is unfair. God who dispenses the rewards is very, very unfair. See, I was a Bhagavad Kathakar, then I must be getting the bigger reward, and then he used this reward, this fellow, this nonsensical fellow, got depressed. And then he went to see God. He complained. How can you do that? I have been telling all the around down, I have been telling you are all Paramakaya, Kripalu, Dayalu and all that. And then now I see that you are very, you are what do you call that? You are partial. And not only partial, there is no justice. You give this such a big reward to this fellow. Then God said, okay, see, people who came to listen to you are already bhaktas. And then they already took to the Nama of Hari, Krishna and all they used to say. And then you only told these people to tell Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Nama, Ityadi, you say Kesava, Narayana, Govinda. Only to devotees, already bhaktas. So that was not a big thing. Not a big thing. It was a good thing, but not a very big thing. But look at that fellow. When he drives on the road, he used to, Hey Ram, bach gaya, Hare Krishna, bach gaya, Ram Ram, bach gaya. This fellow made everyone tell Ram Ram, bach gaya, Ram Ram, I am saved. Krishna, Krishna, I escaped. So this fellow made everyone tell Rama's name, Krishna's name. You tell me which is more punya and who did more punya. Nice story. Okay. Don't think that's happening in heaven, just a story. Now, this fellow was happy in his own bungalow till he saw the neighbor. Okay, and then compared and got depressed. The point is this, one may be sad also. At least by comparison, one may find some sadness, depression. So, the idea is this, Naka, it is not an infinite sukha, it is a finite happiness only, conditional happiness only, does not last forever. Okay. The everlasting heaven, etc., it's not, you cannot just, it's a long-lasting heaven, yes, all right, but everlasting heaven, it's just unreasonable, okay, illogical it is. By karma, by any act, one cannot go to everlasting heaven. Okay. It's a long-lasting, acceptable, understandable. So, pareda nakam, what is beyond this heaven also, the happiness that obtains in heaven also, that is Swarupa, that is the Atma Swarupa, that is the Brahmatma Swarupa, pareda nakam. Why it is so? Because it is unconditional, here and now, right, forever, that is the unconditional Sukha Prapti, therefore pareda nakam. Alright. So, suppose heaven is elsewhere. Say heaven is elsewhere. There is no proof that heaven is elsewhere. Where is heaven? We don't know. Heaven can be here also. It can be here. Invisible to us, it can be there. Let us assume heaven is elsewhere. And then what is beyond heaven? Heaven itself is very far away. Then what is beyond heaven is very, very far away. So Atma is very, 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 very far away. Ishvara is very far. Beyond heaven. Says no. Nihitam guhayam, it's here within, okay, farther than the farthest. It is said, Durat Suduram Tadiha Antike. Ishavasya says, Durat Suduram, farther than the farthest, nearer than the nearest, it says. Iha Antike, at the close at hand, at the closest. What is the closest here? Atma, right? Being Atma, it is the closest. So Durat Suduram, but at the same time, Tadiha Antike. So Parenanakam, at the same time, Nihitam Guhayam, obtains in the Guha, Nihitam, placed, obtains in the Guha itself, here itself. Okay. So what really seems to be far, why does it seem farther, the farthest? Because of ignorance, that's all. Because of ajnana, because of erroneous notion, it looks to be away. Ishvara is not away from me, but because of ignorance, I think Ishvara is away from me, elsewhere, seated elsewhere. Okay? So I think Ishvara is other than me. Ishvara is not here, Ishvara is not with me, I am separated from Ishvara. This notion born of ignorance. Out of ignorance, it looks that it is very, very far away. That which is unreachable now. Or Parenanakam, looks far, but at the same time, Nihitam Guhayam, obtains within. Okay. Also, Parenanakam means the beyond heaven. This is what is in our translation, transcending heaven. It's given, transcending heaven. Okay. Here the transcending is not a physical process, it's not a physical action, it's only in terms of truth. We have seen the other day, the clay is immanent as the pot, okay? It's vyakta, abhivyakta. The manifest, the clay is manifest as the pot, that is called immanence. Okay? And at the same time, very same time, the clay transcends the pot. That is, the clay is the truth, pot is only nama rupa, right? The clay is satyam, pot is mithya. Only in that terms it's called transcendent. Okay? So the clay is immanent as the pot, and clay transcends the pot. All happens simultaneously, right? So shariram is Atma, immanence. Atma is immanent as the sharira. Atma is not the sharira, Atma transcends sharira. Okay? Atma is immanent as the shariram, Atma transcends sharira. Atma is immanent as the mind, Atma transcends the mind. Right? So these words, the transcendence, etc., is not to be taken in a literal sense, that is away, farther, or as a process, or as a result of a process, right? Transcending, etc., not to be taken in the popular sense. But here transcending means it's untouched, that's the truth of Akka, but then it's unconditional happiness, Ananda it is. Parenanakam. And also the other meaning, Parena here means Paramnakam. That is the highest among the happinesses. Why it is highest? Because Param there means highest. That is. Why highest? Because it is unconditional. It is Atma Swarupa. Now, people think that by getting something I am happy, I will be happy, or getting rid of something I will be free from botheration, or I will be happy. Okay? Sell an old car, you are happy that you are free of this bother, and you are also happy for disposing, selling off life. So people think that getting something or getting rid of something, right, is the source of happiness, is a means to be free from sadness. But here, all such happiness are all Vishaya Sukha, topical, conditional, right? They are not lasting, they are always conditional. Whereas, me, the Atma, is Ananda Swarupa, that I am there, I am that, right? I am that Atma Swarupa, which is always Siddha. And this Atma Swarupa, Ananda, is unconditional, right? Atma being Ananda is unconditional, and that is unconditionally available as long as I don't suffer from, I don't block, I don't prevent, I don't obstruct that very same, that Ananda Swarupa. That obstruction happens only by avidya, ajnana, not by anything else. And therefore, it is Paramnakam. the ever abiding fullness called Ananda. Parananakam means Paramnakam. Both meaning, two meanings. Parananakam, beyond heaven, more than heaven, superior to heaven, or the seven happiness. Second meaning is the highest Ananda, highest Sukha, Ananda it is. Okay. Where does Atma obtain? Where does Amritattva obtain? Where do I discover it? It says Nihitam Guhaya. Guha here refers to the heart, the mind, the heart that is referred to. Heart is not the pump here, heart is the mind, that's all. The jiva, the one who says I am, that is the Guha. In that Guha itself, Guhayam, Nihitam it obtains there. Like even saying, where is the clay Nihitam? Here, the clay is Nihitam in the pot. Okay? It's like saying, in the clay is Nihitam in the pot. Means the clay you can obtain, you can see, you can appreciate in the pot. That is the Guhayam Nihitam. Obtains in the Guha of heart. Always obtain. As aham, as I, always obtain in the invariable presence I, Nihitam Guhayam. Therefore it is the nearest also. Farther than the farthest, nearer than the nearest is I. And Vibhrajate shines, braj to shine, Vibhrajate shines brilliantly as being pure, right? As being Ananda, Vibhrajate. Aham iti sada Vibhrajate. Yat, that which is well known in the Shastra, that which is well known for the seekers, yat, that which is well known, yatayaha vishanti. Vishanti, they enter, right? They enter into this, meaning they get this, that's all. Here again, Vishanti is not to be entry, they enter. Vishanti is not to be taken as a Vachyartha here, right? No Vachyartha in this. Vishanti, Lakshyartha. They understand, they own, they understand. Who understands? Who gets this? Who gets this? Yatayaha. Yati means Yatnashilaha. A person of proper effort, a person of total commitment, proper effort. Remember, I use this word, no? Appropriate effort and adequate effort, right? Appropriate and adequate. Remember the example, tomorrow exam is there. I have to study history exam, I have to study history. Then fellow studies, book, history book. That is appropriate effort. But studies only 4 pages. There are 40 pages, only 4 pages. That's not adequate. Okay? The effort has to be appropriate and adequate. The yati means a person of adequate effort, appropriate effort. Yatayaha, who are referred to as with tyagena eke in the previous line, they are the yatayaha here. In the previous line it was said, no, tyagena eke amrtatvam anashu. That eke is the yatayaha. Yatayaha vishanti. Like even they enter, people enter their own homes. Like the bird enters its nest effortlessly with such a claim, no, such ownership. This is mine. Like that. A bird enters its nest, no, its own nest. This is my nest. A person enters his own house, home. This is my house, my home. So too with ease, with a total identity, they enter. They will verily become that. So here, entering Brahman, entering Atman, entering Moksha means owning it. They are Brahman. That's the meaning. So becoming Brahman, entering Brahman means becomes one with Brahman, means they are Brahman. That's all. That's the meaning here. It's not a physically entering into something else. Okay. Vishanti. Now let us look into the commentary a little bit. Introducing the next Parananakam line, the commentator introduces Evam Krite Sannyase. Evam Sannyase Krite, that is the Anvaya. when sannyasa is taken by the person of maturity and by a person who is ready for that, and circumstances allowing that, the punya allowing that, particular punya allowing that, sannyasa krite, then parena nakam, etc. And he explains mantra parena. One meaning here gives parasmat. Parena means parasmat, beyond. There is the English translation we have transcending, beyond, okay, more than, superior to parasmat. Then nakam, that word nakam he explains, kam sukham. Kam means sukham, happiness. Tad virodhi, dukkham, akam. Sukha virodhi, tad virodhi, the opposite of that is what? Dukkham. The word for dukkham is akam. Akam is not kam, not sukham, dukkham. And then na akam vidyate yasmin saha nakaha. That is naka. What is naka? Akam na vidyate yasmin. Yasmin, in which akam, dukkham, na vidyate is not there. Where there is no dukkha, that is heaven. Nakam, na akam, vidyate yasmin. Where there is no dukkham, that is saha nakaha. What is that? That is that. That is swarga, he explains. Tam swargasya upari ityarthaha. Upari means above. They say the uparika and all that. They say the terrace at home, the multi-story houses, no, the uparika they call the terrace, etc. is called uparika. Upari means above. Nakasya upari, above heavens, above the phenomenal heaven, etc. What is gotten by punya, what is not eternal, above that, other than that, higher than that, is the parena nakam. Higher than heaven, this is the first meaning. The second meaning he gives athava. Athava means or, alternately. Or, alternately, athava parena param. Parena means param, simply param, the highest, the superior, that's all. The first one is superior to heaven. Now itself is the superior happiness, the highest happiness. Ananda. Parena means simply param. Nakam anandam, anandatmanam. Parena nakam means param nakam, that is ananda atma, ananda swarupa. That is the meaning here, param nakam. And where does it obtain? He continues further. Nihitam prakshiptam. Nihitam means prakshiptam. Prakshiptam means placed, kept, placed. Then, question, who kept it? He says, Dhatra, by Ishvara, by the Vidhata, by Bhagavan, by Dhata, by Ishvara. Okay. That is, Ishvara himself obtains in the form of this Atma, the Chidabhasa, the Chaitanya obtains in the form of Chidabhasa. That's what the meaning of Dhatra Prakshiptam. Okay. It's not that God has placed Chaitanya in my heart, God has placed Jivatma in my heart. Here Nihitam, kept, placed, is not to be taken. One day God opens my heart and then keeps happiness, keeps Atma inside. That's not the literal meaning here. The idea is this: it is Ishvara, the Chaitanya, who manifests in my heart. That's all. Ishvara is manifest as me. That is what is said as Guhayam Nihitam here. Okay? It's a way of expression. They say it. Guhayam Buddhau. Guha here means Buddhi. The cave. Guha is cave. Cave here is Buddhi. Okay. Vibrajate Visheshena Swayam Prakashatvena Pradipyate. So, Vibrajate. Vi means Visheshena, very clearly. What is very clearly? Swayam prakashatvena, as being self-luminous, self-effulgent, self-shining. Swayam prakashatvena, that is the meaning of V. V means Visheshena. Very, very clearly, what is the meaning? Swayam prakashatvena. Then Brajate means Pradipyate, shines. Right? Shines as being self-shining, self-effulgent. Okay. Interesting. Now, Guha is normally dark, usually dark, unless we take a light within. A cave is normally dark. The long caves, particularly like the Vasishta Gufa that we have here, so long caves, they get dark. And here the heart is called the Guha. Why it's called compared to a Guha here, cave here? Because in the Guha, in the cave, when there is darkness, something is there. Suppose something is there that is not visible, that is not known, that is not seen. Like even the Vasishta Gufa itself, as we get into the Gufa, they keep some asanas for us to sit and meditate. And then at the end of the cave, there is a Shivalinga is there, right? But then in darkness, you don't see that. It is there, but you don't see that. Similarly, Atma is there, obtaining in oneself. As oneself it is there, but not understood. Therefore, as though it is not there. Where is Brahman? Where is Ishvara? You are Ishvara. You, the Atma, is Ishvara. Not you the ego, not you the ajnana-based ego, but you, the Atma, is Ishvara. Where is it? No, it is here as I. So, it is there, yet it is not known as existing, not understood. Therefore, the heart is compared to a Guha. And this Guha, in this Guha, there is this bright light. Right? In a normal Guha, when there is light, there won't be darkness. But in this Guha, there is this bright light shining, yet there is darkness. Not seen. The light itself is not seen. Very interesting. So bright that you miss it. Guha heart, right? It is lit up by Atma Chaitanyam, but then the Atma is missed. That's all. Like that, having the lamp in hand, and then the first person searching, where is the lamp? Where is the lamp? Kaha hai wo diya? Kaha hai? Right? So bright light and then missed. This is a very curious. Guhayam vibrajate, but still missed. Okay? Understand the swarasya in that, no? Beauty, this curious example. Guhayam dark understood, but Guhayam vibrajate yet missed. Very curious. Interesting. Guhayam vibrajate. Okay. Then, for continuing, yat prasiddham. The yat, the pronoun, that which, that yat, that which. That means what? Which is prasiddham. The commentary says prasiddham. Upanishad prasiddham. Well known in the Upanishads. In fact, the Upanishads talk only about this Atma Vastu alone, Brahma alone. And it is Vidvat prasiddham. Well known to the wise people. Right? As Atmatvena, as being Atma, it is prasiddham. And not only that, not only to Vidvans it is prasiddham, for everyone as I, it is everyone knows that I am is known to everyone, right? That way also prasiddham. It's known to everyone as I, prasiddham. Then he explains further, Vishwavyapi Swarupam. Vishwavyapi, that which pervades, Yapnoti, pervades the entire universe. Vishwavyapi Swarup. As Adhishtanam, as Brahma, as Atma, Vishwavyapi Swarup. Then further, Yatayaha, people of adequate, appropriate effort, effortful people. Who are the Yatayaha here referred to? Explains, Krita Sannyasaha. Those are taken to the sannyasa ashrama here. These are the main adhikari, mukhya adhikari, therefore Krita Sannyasaha. And earlier it was mentioned, Tyagena Eke, that Eke is the Yatayaha, krita sannyasaha. Further, the word yati means also, it says, prayatnavantaha, who have prayatna. Prayatna is effort, appropriate effort, adequate effort. The pra means appropriate, adequate effort. Prayatnavantaha. They know, they understand what is to be done, what should they be doing, they know, and they do it also. That is a prayatnavantaha. Okay? Merely knowing is not, won't do, but doing it has to be followed by here. What they need to do, they do. Prayatnavantaha. They understand. They first know what is to be done by them. What should they be doing? They know. And then people of clear priorities, people who have the understanding, but the clear understanding between the sadhana and sadhya, and then they take to what is to be done, they do. Prayatnavantaha. People who are not slack, right? Who are not wanting in the efforts here. What is to be done, they are not wanting in it. That is prayatnavantaha. Yataya. The word yat refers to means prayatna, therefore prayatnavantaha. Further he explains, as a result of these, krita sannyasaha and prayatnavantaha, because of this, they are, he says, Brahma sakshatkara sampannaha. Sampanna, they are blessed with, they have this Brahma sakshatkara, the clear vision, the clear understanding of Brahma being Atma. Aparoksha jnana they have, drida jnana they have, Brahma sakshatkara sampannaha. That's the meaning of yatayaha. Vishanti, pravishanti. Pravishanti means enter. Vishanti, pravishanti, they enter. What is the entry here? It says here, idam vayam smaha iti sakshatkarena tadeva bhavanti ityartha. Idam vayam smaha. Vayam, we are. Idam smaha, we are that. Instead of aham brahma, aham asmi, there vayam smaha, just plural, aham asmi. Aham brahma asmi, vayam brahma smaha. That's all. We are Brahman. Iti sakshatkarena, by this wisdom, by this owned wisdom, knowledge, tadeva bhavanti, they are verily that. That is the meaning of entry here. Right? Not physical entry, but tadeva bhavanti. In the Mundaka itself, we are going to see later it comes. Brahma Veda, Brahmaiva Bhavati, it comes. Knower of Brahman is verily Brahman. There is no Abrahmatva, that notion is not there. Therefore, Tadeva Bhavanti, they are verily Brahman ityartha. Then, further, the Vedanta, further. Yatinam Visheshanani Aga. Visheshanani, descriptions. Further description of the Yati, the sannyasi, the description is there. Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitarthaha Sannyasa Yogat Yatayaha Shuddha Sattvaha Te Brahma Lokeshu Parantakale Paramritat Parimucyanti Sarve. Two readings. Paramritaha. This paper says Paramritaha, and this paper says Paramritat Pathaveda. Paramritat is a more common reading, at least as known to us. Paramritat is a more known reading to us. Paramritat Parimucyanti. Paramritaha is also all right. It's not incorrect. Then Paramritat Parimucyanti Sarve. This is also part of that sannyasi upachara mantra. When we welcome sannyasi, this also we say Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitarthaha, etc. Okay. We'll continue. Bhadram karne vishnuryama devaah bhadram pashyemakshavidyajtraah sthirairangai stushtuvagusastanubhi yashema devahitam yadayuh swasti na indro vrittashravaah swasti na pusha vishvavedaah swasti nastaksho arishtavibhi swasti no brihaspatirdadatu om shanti 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 om purnamada purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadaya purnameva shishyate om shanti 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 Hari